virtual village hall, and thank you so much for joining me today for my Dance for Parkinson's class. So I've had a few sessions in the virtual village hall for Dance for Parkinson's. You'll see me teaching lots of different dance sessions in here. Silver swans, seated swans, and Dance for Parkinson's, because I'm also fully qualified as a Dance for Parkinson's teacher. So we've got a seated session today, so make sure you've got a nice comfy chair, preferably without arms. Just a nice sturdy chair is ideal. And if you want to have some water, because I know it is still quite warm for those of you in the south of England, so just take a break whenever you need to. Remember that this session saves in the virtual village hall as well, so if you find that you've done enough for today, you can always access it back. Or even if you find you really enjoyed it and you want to do it again, you can always access it back again in the virtual village hall. So let's get started with our warm-ups. Nice and straightforward. If you've done my sessions before, you'll know my warm-up. So let's get started. So sitting in the middle of your chair. So preferably without your back leaning against the chair. If you feel that you need the support of the back of the chair, then sit all the way back so the whole of your back is supported. But if not, we ideally want to be in the middle, feet nice and flat on the floor. Make sure they're not wrapped around the chair. Okay, let's get started with our warm-up, everybody. Okay, so let's imagine that we're putting on some sun cream. Okay, so let's build up, let's rub the sun cream between our hands. And we'll apply it onto our face, waking up all of our face muscles. Let's give it a nice little massage. Okay, let's make a start on the arm now. Up and down the arm, make sure you're doing the inside of the arm as well, into the shoulder. Spend some time getting really into the shoulder. Let's go back to the hands again. Let's tap it on. And let's wipe off the excess. Same again. One more. Good. Let's put it on the other arm now. Then we'll get some more sun cream. Get it back in the hands again. Between the fingers. Into the hands inside of the arm. Squidging. And tapping. And into a big brush. Brush off the excess. Good. Onto your legs now. Rubbing it in. And squidging it in. Patting. And big brush. And big brush. Big brush. Okay, onto the other leg. Rubbing it in around the knee. Make sure everywhere is covered with the sun cream. And now some squidging. Good, let's pat it in. Into a big brush. Another big brush. One more. Good, and we'll finish there. Brilliant. Okay, lovely. On to our first little sequence here today. Okay, and this is a tune that I think you'll recognise. It is Under the Moon of Love. It's a great little exercise just to get us moving, and it's just got some great words that we can really get lots of actions in there as well. So, obviously, we're walking. It's a great little walking speed. Okay, so we're lifting up our legs, just let them relax down. Okay, we're not stamping our feet to the floor, we're just placing them down nice and lightly. And we can do, if you can do, we want opposition arms. But we're just having a great time, we're going for a walk under the moon of love. So we start off with, well, we can have a little bit of a tap on the introduction, or you can already start marching. But when it gets around to the main section of the music, I'm sure you know the introduction, and then the main song starts. So we actually have 4 marches. 1, 2, 3, 4, under the moon of love. And whenever they sing about the under the moon of love, I want you to take your hand up towards the sky. And then we take 4 more walks, and then we can go with the other hand. Okay, let's have a go at that again. So, let's go for a little walk, under the moon of love, and then we repeat it again with the other side, under the moon of love. I wanna tell you that I love you, and I want you to be, we're going to bring our hands into our chest, and we're going to do some heartbeats. Okay, so that's, I wanna tell you that I love you, because we're telling you that I love you, and I want you to be, bring your heart into your chest, and then we go back to our 4 marches again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we could use both hands to open them out. Okay, and we could just have a go at that open little phrase because it repeats quite a few times in this dance, that little opening phrase. Okay, so we start off just tapping along. Just down a little bit, please. Down a little bit more, please. Okay, so we march. 1, 2, 3, 4. Under the moon of love. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wanna tell you that I love you. 4 little beats into our marches again. And then we take our hands out. Good. And then we repeat exactly the same again. So we have our 4 marches. If you don't want to take them as marches, you can just take them as little heel taps. You can even just use your hands if you want to. We just want to mark those 4 beats in the music. And then we'll use our hand. 4 little marches, the other hand. I wanna tell you that I love you. Well, it's not those lyrics this time, but it still fits. 2, 3, 4, 4 marches, and then both hands. So it's exactly the same phrase that we repeat again. Then, I wanna talk, sweet talk, whisper things in your ear. Get a little middle section now. So we're going to say, come up, and we're going to listen to what we're being whispered. But we're going to be quite shocked. We're going to show a range of different expressions here, according to what you've just been whispered, okay? So, come over and whisper. Shocking! Go away! And then we'll try again. Come here and listen. Ooh! And we'll give a little sneaky wink at the end. Okay, so the first one is shocked. So the mouth is open, the whole of the face is opening, and it's no. So the face really scrunches back up again. No, go away. And then it's ooh, so the mouth comes small, and it's the eyebrows up, and it's that shocked expression. And then a wink, if you can do it. I'm rubbish at doing winks. I can't do it with the other side, and it's only just acceptable with one eye. So if you can try a wink, if you like me, you can't do a wink, just try your best. It ends up more like a blink, to be honest. Okay, so let's have a go again at that section. So, coming over and whisper things in your ear, shocked. No, go away. And come over, listen, shocked. Woo! Little wink. And then the great news is we just start all over again. So we start off with our marches, and then we under the moon of love, love, and then we march again, da 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 da. So it's just the opening phrase again. I wanna tell you that I love you, and heart into your chest, and then we walk and talk under the moon of love, under the moon of love, and that's how we'll finish today. So we've got that little repeating phrase just to get us moving. What a great start to a Dance for Parkinson session. Okay, such a great piece of music this, isn't it? So, marches, and then, oh, a little pause, I'm back again. So we have all about marches, and then we finish off, remember that middle section, come over, listen, no, and then we come over, listen, ooh, little cheeky wink there. Okay, let's go with music, and just have a great time when you're doing this. Let's go. Sway and tap if you want to. You can already start your marches if you want. Are we ready? We're going to march. 1, 2, 3, 4. Same again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And over. One hand. The other hand. And go again and walk. We go again! Use your hands if you want to. Other hand and heartbeat. Okay, get ready. Ask and over. No! Listen. Woo! Wait. Let's take the march again. And march again. Get ready, one hand. The other hand. And keep going. Both hands! And we'll leave it there. Kids, right, thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to calm things down a little bit now. After that very energetic start to the class. We also have an energetic one at the end of class today. But we've got something a little bit calmer in the middle. A little bit of Enya. Great piece of music, nice and calming. Okay, and we're going a little bit more contemporary now for this, a little bit more contemporary dance. A little bit of ballet in there as well, but of course ballet, contemporary has its roots in ballet, so they are linked. So feet nice and flat on the floor. By all means, have a drink, take a moment just to pause. In fact, I'm just going to go and have a quick drink as well, so take a little moment if you want one. Okay, before we go on to our slightly calmer piece now. Okay, so feet nice and flat on the floor. We're going to start off by rippling down through our spine. So think of each bone in your spine being stacked one on top of another. And we're going to curl each bone down. So it starts off with the head. We ripple down through the shoulders into the lower spine. And then we ripple back up again. So each of those bones then rebuild back up. 2, 3, 4. And we'll ripple down. 2. So a nice little roll down, which we do a lot of these in contemporary dance. 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to take some tongies because we'll get our legs moving a little bit more. So we're going to stretch. Oh, I'll move back a little bit. My toes just disappearing off the camera there. We're going to stretch your foot until it points in front and close. Ripple through until it points and close. Let me turn to face the side so you can see what I'm doing there. So my foot stretches and then it melts. Stretches and we have 4 of them. 3, 4. Okay. So really nice stretching and reaching that leg away from you. And then we go into the famous part of the music, sail away, sail away, sail away. So I want you to imagine you're on the ocean and we're going to raise our arm up and we're going to create the waves with this hand. And then we'll create our waves going the other way. And then we're going to have some big tumbling waves crashing over. So we'll have some big circles down to this side and some big waves crashing over on that side. Okay, so I wonder if we could just have that opening section, please, just so you can hear the music. I'm sure you'll know it. No need to dance it full out. You can just watch me if you want to. Ripple through the spine and down. 2, 3, 4. Coming up. And back down. 1, 2, 3. Fall back up. Now we go into our tendus and a stretch. And close. And a stretch. And close. Same again. One more each leg. And closing in. One last one. Get ready, we're going to recreate the waves. So raise one hand up. Off we go! All the way. Big tumbling waves. All the way. Okay, great. I'm sure you probably know that piece of music. Then we're going to repeat the ripple down through the spine again and the tendus again. But then the music changes and we're going to go into some reaches, okay? So I want you to really feel as though it's like you're a seed. We're going to start off really small like a seed. And then we're going to reach and grow our branches in lots of different ways. So we've recreated the scene, now we're going more to a nature theme, which is great for this piece of music. So a really small seed, and we grow branches. So don't forget, we want our hands to grow as well. Our hands are also branches. Those are the smaller branches. Okay, so they're in a bud, and we reach in any direction, reaching out, and then we'll come back in again. And then we'll grow our tree branches in another direction. We want to reach them up nice and tall, forwards and backwards. You might even bring one onto the other side and reaching over lots of different directions. Okay? And then that will be the end of the sequence. Okay? In fact, no, actually, I think we do have time. I think we could repeat the waves again. The waves reappearing. Let's put the waves back in again at the end. Okay? So we've got lots of different sections in this piece of choreography. We've got our contemporary roll downs, we have our tendus, which appear in ballet and contemporary. And then we have our waves. And then we have our waves going the other way. Big tumbling waves, big tumbling waves. And then we repeat it again. Then we go into being a tree, which is growing from a seed, and we can reach anywhere, one arm, really reaching out. And like I said, don't forget to get the fingers involved in this. Okay, it's not a tree. Okay, it's a big tree. Let's go with music to some Enya. Okay, nice steady breathing when we're doing this as well. Are we ready? Ripple through the spine and it's down. 2, 3, 4. Back up. And down. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Into your tendus. Closing in. And a tendu. And closing in. Same again. And closing in. One more. And closing in. Get ready for the waves. Lift your arm up. Off we go. Other way. Nice big waves. Crashing over. Crashing over. Good. Let's back up. Into your tendus. And close. And tendus. And close. Really going through your feet. Point. And melt your feet. Okay, we ready? Make yourself into a seat. Are we ready? And grow. And back into a seat. Let's send our branches in another direction. And in. Let's try one taking it across the opposite. One arm, send it across the other side. And bring it in. Let's send the other arm to the other side. Reach it out. Are we ready? We've got those waves again. Other way. Crashing waves. Other way. Brilliant. Good, and we'll leave it there. Kids, take a little moment because the next one, well, all I can say, I'm looking forward to doing this so much. And in fact, actually, I'm just going to very quickly pop a skirt onto this. Now, you don't need to have a skirt, obviously. I mean, we've got men joining in. This will, you can still take part in this, but you'll see why. I'll be back in one moment. Let me just pop my skirt on because you'll see why. For the theme of this, well, it's very important to have fun when you're doing this. So if you've got a dress on, then by all means you can, we've got some skirt swishing. So if I go like this, it's the can-can we're going to do. So you can pretend you're a member of the Moulin Rouge. Now, of course, the Moulin Rouge has male and female dancers. So, girls, we have our skirts swishing, hair done up beautifully, all the makeup, the eyelashes. Okay, and of course, the male dancers as well are incredible in the Moulin Rouge. They are so slick, just as slick as the female dancers. So, we're going to learn the can-can today. Now this will be the most gymnastics you've ever done probably, or at least in a very long time. So, are we ready? We're going to start off with our can-can skirt. So the skirt is lifted up. If you don't have a skirt, we can just hold a pretend skirt. And we're going to swish our skirt for 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I will hold onto my can-can skirt here. Oops, drop my skirt. It's a very energetic number, this one. Okay, then our legs are going to take a turn. So your knee is going to lift and go onto the floor, and then we're going to do a little kick and down, lift and down, and kick and down. You can keep your hands going if you want to, and a knee lifts and down. Let me just turn to face the side so you can see that against the white wall there. So lift and a down and extend and a down, lift and a down and extend and a down. Okay, so from the very beginning. So we have a 1, da da 2, da 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 ba 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 da 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 lift and a down ba 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 da ba da 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 ba da ba ba ba. Then we go into the music calms down a little bit for a moment. And the dancers at the Moulin Rouge, if you've ever seen them, you'll know. If you haven't seen them, I'll explain to you. They get hold of their leg and they hold it up here above the height of their head. So this is what I'm on about, these gymnastics. We're doing all sorts of gymnastics today. So you're going to imagine that you're getting hold of your leg and we're going to hold it up. We're going to reach that leg up nice and high. And then same with the other side as well. So we're lifting our leg up, reaching up nice and high. Lifting it up, stretching that leg out, stretching the leg out. And then we go into some ruffles with the skirt. So you've got to think the skirts that they have on have all the little layers inside. So if you've got a skirt on, you can ruffle it down here, ruffle it down here. If you've got skirts, if you've not got skirts, you can ruffle your hands like that. Okay, I think if we could just do the first half of this piece of music, please. Okay, so we start off with our little swishing skirts. Okay, a little bit of hooked on a can-can. That was correct. Yeah. Keep using your skirt, then we'll use our knee. And kick. And knee. And kick. Okay, get hold of your leg. The other leg. And the other leg. And the other leg. Get ready, we're going to ruffle the skirts. Ruffle the skirts. Keep ruffling them. And then we get into the main tune again. Okay. So, there's lots of gymnastics in the can-can. They do lots of cartwheels and walkovers as well. Okay, so there's lots of different gymnastics elements in there. So we're going to recreate essentially like a walkover. So we're going to do this with our hands. We're tumbling over forwards. And let's finish off with a big ending. And then we're going to do the same again, walking over. And then a big ending for the crowd. And of course, they also do the big jump into splits. So we will recreate the jump into the splits, and we're going to go, and splits! That's how we go going the other way, and splits! Now, because we're so proud of our splits, so as they land in the splits, they have one hand on their hip and the other hand up. So we'll go splits, and then we'll finish. And then we'll go splits, and then we'll finish. I told you we're going to be doing lots of gymnastics today. So we always have a gymnastics element, and then our arms. A gymnastics element, and then arms. Another difficult element, our arms. Another difficult element, and then our arms. Okay? So, we've done our ruffles, and our ruffles. Walking over, and finish. Walking over, and finish. Splits. Big ending. Splits. Big ending. And then, for the final section, we basically just use what we've already done before, and it's really nice and easy to follow along. So we go back to swishing our skirts again. We'll do some cartwheels, so we'll reach our hands over as we go into a cartwheel, and we'll reach our hands over the other way into a cartwheel, and then we'll just get the crowd going at the end. So we'll bring our hands up for the roar of the crowd, and then we'll bring them down, and the very ending is one hand, the other hand, and we'll take a big bow for our audience. Okay, we're going to have a lot of fun with the can-can. Are we ready, everybody? Don't worry, it's nice and easy to follow along this one. Let's go. We're in the Moulin Rouge. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Swish your skirt. Get ready for your kicks. And we'll kick. Knee. And kick. Get hold of your leg. Or the leg. Or the leg. Or the leg. Get ready to ruffle your skirt. It's building. Because we're going to do our walkovers next. Are we ready? Walkover. And big ending. Same again. Walkover. And big ending. Get ready for the splits. You can tell everyone you've been doing the splits today. And we finish. The splits. And big ending. Back to swishing your skirt. It's cartwheel time. Big cartwheel. And cartwheel. Get ready, get the crowd going. And let's thank our audience. And big bow. Well done, everybody. I hope you did enjoy being a member of the Moulin Rouge this afternoon. Let's finish off with our cool down now. So feet nice and flat on the floor, and we're just going to take some really nice steady breathing. Okay, you can close your eyes if you want to. Just take some nice deep breaths. feeling all of your toes as they spread on the floor. When you're ready, you want to open your eyes back up. And we'll just take some very gentle stretches. So hands down by your side, we're going to bring your thumb to your shoulder. To then take your hand up to the ceiling. I want you to imagine that you're painting the ceiling, but keep both sides of your bottom on the chair. And coming up, so the bend is coming from your waist all the way. Thumb to your shoulder. Reaching up. Both sides of your bottom on the chair. Finish off painting the ceiling. And up. Arms out to the side. Now big swan wings. We're going to beat our wings. So bring them in. Head down. Wrap your arms around your head. And opening out. And big beat of the wings. Opening out. And we'll lower down to finish off. Thank you very much everybody for joining me today for this Dance for Parkinson's session. See you all soon in the virtual village hall. Bye!